More than 2,000 years ago, Alexander the Great was born in the city of Pilla in northern Greece. Alexander was born there to conquer the world and lead his army through his conquests. His conquest spanned over 12 years and 22,000 miles and covered territories that are known now all as Greece, Turkey, Lebanon, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. We are going to examine the personality of a man who thought himself to be a god but died a mere mortal at the age of 32. Like Alexander, we too are on a mission, and our mission is to answer the question that have been doubted for centuries. Who is Alexander? What drove him? And how did he obtain his empire at such a young age?
Alexander III of Macedonia, better known as Alexander the Great, didn't get his nickname for no reason. He conquered the known world by an age most people would be getting an entry position at their job. Even 1,000 years after his death, we still are fascinated by his life. I mean, if you look into his life, you'd still be fascinated by how incredible he is, but there is still a very dark side in his life, and that's what we are going to be showing you. I read a lot of articles talking about Cletus the Black being Alexander's most trusted soldiers, and today we're going to be talking with his brother. How can you describe that?
It's true that was no man is an Iceland, and Alexander has no exception for all his amazing voice. An army trusted advisors in his back. Cletus, my brother, was one of the officers in the Mediterranean army. He was responsible for Alexander's success, because if not, the greatest Alexander would have died.
Can you get into more details about that story?
Sure. There was a battle and two warriors tried to kill Alexander, but Cletus, my brother, the Black, joined and he saved him before he was killed.
You would think that a trusted friend who saved your life in a battle would go to the end of the earth for you. Unfortunately for Cletus the Black, his friendship with Alexander was a short-lived one.
So Arcania, you said that Cletus the Black died in cause of a javelin.
Yes. To receive Alexander alive at the battle. So Alexander and his men were having a banquet, and it was heard by Cletus that he had an issue with an order from Alexander's word, and it was Alexander told him to command an army from Malthus to Asia. Cletus began openly, freely talking about how Alexander's father was greater than Alexander himself. So everyone have a few drinks, and Alexander is not a man that is accepted a criticism very easily. Argument escalated and Alexander ordered Cletus from the room, and the details are a little sketchy, but it's believed that Cletus was leaving the room and perhaps Aesir didn't fully leave or back to get the last word. So it didn't work out of his favor, and Alexander sick javelin and it's killing him.
Down like the sycophants you have around you, Hephaestion, Nearchus, Perdiccas.
Hey! As governor of one of our most Asian of satrapies, Clytus, does it not occur to you that if my Persian subjects bow down before me, it's important for them to do so? Do I insist on Greeks doing the same?
You accept Greek offerings as a son of Zeus, do you not?
Only when offered.
Then why don't you refuse these vain flatteries?
I've achieved more in my years. Traveled as far. Not a bit farther.
Heracles did it by himself. Did you conquer Asia by yourself, Alexander? I mean, who planned the Asian invasion when you were still being spanked on your bottom by my sister, Manichae? Was it not your father?
You insult me, Clytus! You mock my family! Be careful!
Never would your father have taken barbarians as his friends, asked us to fight with them as equals in war. Are we not good enough any longer?
Go quickly, Khamis, so you ruin your life.
This army? This army's your blood, boy! Get it from my sight! Anastasia, promise! Promise I serve you! Anastasia, puppy life! And Gargamella! Are you try not to guard! Arrest him for treason! Enemy! You ungrateful wretch! No one, not my finest enemy, has spoken like you to me!
But that wasn't the only time Alexander was responsible for someone's death. History has been full of epic drinkers and also epic mistakes that were caused by epic drinkers. This story is about how Alexander killed 41 men in a drinking competition.
Was known for his over-drinking and alcohol on more than one occasion, but perhaps this specific occasion ended up in widespread death. Greece was known for mixing their wine with water because it was like a culture thing. But Alexander the Great, when he made like an occasion there, he didn't really mix the wine with water, which can make them ill, and it acts like poison because they're used to wine mixed with water. 324 BC, Alexander the Great held a drinking competition in that occasion, holding 41 men or soldiers. While they were drinking, a lot of them died between like the competition, and one of them lived for a day and then went ill and died. And that was a reason he knew that the Greeks used to like mix their wine with water. So most of the Romans and Greeks believe that he did that to kill a lot of soldiers and Greeks, not to make an occasion.
All Greek people later believed that the mystery of his death was a punishment, as nobody knew how he died at the age of just 32. Alexander the Great is considered one of the greatest historical figures of all time. Magazine placed him as number 9 on the list of most significant people in history. For a man with such importance who conquered much of the known world, it's strange that we do not know till now how he died.
Description has indicated that Alexander has died at 32 years old. For 12 days, he apparently fell in agony. Reports are to be believed it was 6 days before he began to decompose. The acceleration, it's been a subject of debate for years, and most likely it will be impossible to figure out.